I actually think this is a pretty tough question. Some people have a really strong feeling and kind of know why the right answer is the right answer, but I have a little bit of trouble because this seems like it is kind of a little extra without adding that much extra information, any useful information. So my instinct might be to leave this off. But if that's the case, then I still need to go to my two choices where I delete this and look at the becauses, right? Why are they saying we should delete it? Because I might think that I need to delete it, but if there's no good reason, then hey, I can't delete it. So let me explain what I mean here. Let's look at C. It merely repeats information provided earlier in the passage without contributing to the paragraph's main idea. Well, it does not repeat information provided earlier in the passage. It does talk about the acidity here, right? So they do talk about the acidity, but it's not repeating information about how the acidity and the carbon dioxide interact. So it's not an accurate because. So that can't be my reason. And let's look at D. It interrupts discussion of oceanic life forms with an irrelevant detail. Well, personally, I do think it's irrelevant. But there's more to this choice. So we're using process of elimination here, the same way we do in reading sections. We're not looking for the 90% that I agree with. We're looking for the 10% that might be wrong. And it is not a discussion of oceanic life forms. Look at this paragraph. It's about the volcano and carbon dioxide, sulfur, the volcano again, acid, carbon dioxide. Only here does it start talking about organisms, and it's very much just like a passing thing. The main idea of this is the volcano. So this is not an accurate summary of what they're talking about. So look what happened. I maybe didn't want to add this set of words to the sentence. But now I'm going to have to because the reasons they gave me for leaving it off were bad reasons. So that's why we really need to just not go with our first instinct every time. We need to really think about these writing questions and make sure we understand why we're picking what we pick. So in this case, let's look. Yes, because it explains the relevance of this sentence to the point made in the paragraph. Well, as I just said, it is about the acidity. It is about the volcano and how the carbon dioxide interacts. So this is definitely the point made in the paragraph. That part checks out. But this is a weak answer. It doesn't jump out to me as being right. Let's look at B. It helps the reader understand why organisms near NW Rota 1 evolved the way they did. Well, as I said before, it's not really about the organisms. And evolution is not really the main idea of this area here. Like the evolution thing maybe is secondary. They're really trying to understand the volcano and how acidity impacts the organisms. But this little phrase does not have anything to do with the organisms, and it doesn't have anything to do with evolution. So I'm going to pick A. And I'm picking A mostly because it is the least bad choice. And that is okay. That's fine. It happens more often on reading than on writing, but it can happen anywhere. And so I think in this case, I just prevented myself from falling for a trap because I was able to predict the question and know that my instincts were not going to necessarily be correct. I needed to back up my instincts because this is an ideas question. And I need to make sure that the ideas that I have are the same as the ideas that the passage has, are the same as the ideas that the choices put forward. And those becauses were bad. So my own instinct ended up being wrong, and that's important. That's how you save points on hard questions. There are going to be times on the SAT when we need to trust our instincts, style questions in particular. But ideas questions are not just about what sounds best or what I would do. I need to follow the instructions and I need to make sure everything kind of checks out before I pick the answer that I like. And I did that here, and I saved myself 10 points.